Good morning, everybody, on this lovely Friday, the 20th of November. I hope everybody's nice and relaxed and ready to get on with our meditation today. Good morning, Mary. It's always lovely that you join me every week. I really do appreciate it, and I hope the meditations help, especially at this time. I think it's so difficult for everybody. I think we're all really, really feeling it with this second lockdown. And I think it is getting to a lot of us, which is, even I'm feeling it a little bit, and I try and stay positive. But it can be difficult at times, can't it? And, with people's jobs and everything else, we've got family that have been made redundant and lost their jobs, and it's all a little bit much sometimes. So I think these Fridays are quite nice to have that little bit of time to yourself, reboost your energy, reboost all your systems so that you can just carry on, stand up and get on with things, get that little bit of inner strength that we sometimes need, don't we, to move forward and get on with life, especially with Christmas coming up. I think Christmas can be a tough time for people anyway. So I think there are going to be a lot of people that might struggle this Christmas. So let's make sure we're there for each other. Anybody that's on their own, then, give them a ring, make sure they're okay. I think that's the main thing. Be there for each other, help each other out and keep each other going. And we'll all get through this. We'll come out the other side and hopefully we'll have a good old laugh, get back to normal, get our churches back to normal, and everything can carry on. I suppose there are some good things that have come out of COVID, is the fact that a lot of the churches, myself included, are actually going on the internet now. Something I'd never in a million years have dreamt that I would ever do. Those of you that know me know that I'm not particularly keen on being in the limelight, or mind you, I suppose I could have always put a paper bag over my head. That might have been a good one. I didn't think of that as I was doing this. But I think we've all pushed ourselves, haven't we, and done things that we wouldn't normally do. Mary says she's with me there, although not redundancy. Two younger sisters are working from home. Yeah, we've had I think 3 redundancies in my family, and majority are working from home. Apart from Kelly, obviously, and my Alistair, who's worked right through lockdown anyway, right from the beginning. He's worked, so hasn't had a day off, bless him. Well, apart from his normal weekends. So yeah, I think it's been tough for everybody, and there's been some good things that's come out. We've had a little bit more time that perhaps we could spend to ourselves and things. And I've been doing some courses and things, some spiritual courses, which has been quite interesting. So once this is over, I can come out and practice on you all. That would be something to look forward to, wouldn't it? So I've been doing what have I been doing? I've been doing acupressure, which I've passed, and I've been doing colour therapy course, which I finished, and I'm in the middle of a past life healing. So let's see where that goes when all this is over. I can come out and practice on you all and see where we go. No, not really. But it's quite interesting. I found it very interesting. It's given me a little bit more time to myself, which has been quite nice. So I've been able to do all these extra things, and then hopefully people will benefit from them later on. So I'll give it a few more minutes just to see if anybody else joins us. I know majority of people do watch the meditation later on, probably because they're at work or doing other things. So I think it's a matter of trying to find that quiet time, isn't it? It's funny how we can all be so busy when we're not really doing anything. I know with my days, I get up and I think, where's the day gone? What have I done today? And it's weird, really, how you find everything. You're busy all the time, even though you're not doing anything. Oh, Mary said she'd be interested in the past life healing. Wonderful, Mary. You could be my first guinea pig. Morning, Elizabeth. No, the courses actually are really, really interesting. It's nice because you know, I know a lot about it anyway, different bits and pieces, but there's obviously lots and lots there that I didn't know. I'm not sure how I feel, to be truthful, about online stuff, because I don't think anything could beat the face-to-face teaching, and I think it depends what you're teaching as well. I've done a few. We've had a few meetings with my healing group, but it's not the same as being one to one and getting on with things. And you can't teach like you would do face to face, but we've given it a go. So I think depending on what it is and what your expectations are, yeah, it's good. So I hope you're okay, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is one of my trainee healers and is doing absolutely brilliantly in her course. It's such a shame because they were quite close to the end of their course. It should have been finished in January, and obviously we're going to have to add that extra time on now when we get back to our so-called normal again. And yeah, but the things we have to do are things that you can only do face to face with people, and I'm not going to make things fit. Elizabeth says she's really good right now. Brilliant. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And I think that's what we have to do. Spread that positivity around, don't we? Try and uplift everybody. There's so many rotten things in the news and everything else and on social media. I think we have to shine our light out there to everybody and just try and lift each other's spirits. And that's what these meditations are about. I was given 2 this week. One I'm going to do next week. Yeah, Mary's saying her circle wanted to do a Zoom session, but not with phones or computers, so it wouldn't be fair. No, it's difficult, Mary, isn't it? I think the thing is if you're teaching as you are in your circle, people who know what they're doing and are very wise in what they're doing, and they have a good idea. That's great to be able to do some Zoom meetings. I've done Zoom meetings on different things. For trance and things that we've been doing. But I think sometimes it could be a little bit dodgy, but it's only my personal opinion. If you were going to teach a novice online, because at the end of the day, you don't know where they are. And if they were to have a problem or anything like that, you couldn't get to them to help them. So I'm not saying that anything horrible happens, but you know, you've got to be sensible and you've got to know with mediumship, with healing and everything else, what you're doing. So, yeah, I've not attempted to do my circle at all, Mary, to be honest. And I think a majority of the circle, we've got quite a few NHS workers on us on my circle, and people that are out working and everything else. So, like you say, it isn't always fair to do that. And hopefully we'll be able to get back together soon. And you imagine those big cuddles we're all going to have. We always have a group hug in my circle anyway. So you imagine what that's going to feel like. The energy we're all going to bring to each other when we get to do that again. I do miss my cuddles. I'm a bit of a touchy-feely person, not in a rude way. But I do miss my cuddles with people. So yeah. So like I was saying, I've been given 2 meditations. I'm going to do this one today, and I've been given another one for next week when I'm on Spiritual Psychics TV. Both slightly a bit different, especially next week's, but I go with what Spirit give me. Who am I to argue? They know better than me. And I think they give us what we need. And my meditations are a little bit different to a lot of people's, I think. But I just go with the flow and give you what Spirit give me. And I just pass that on because I think that's important. So let's make a start. So what I want you to do is just get yourselves nice and comfy. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Close your eyes. Just relax your body. Just let any tensions just drift out of your body. Give your neck a move. Twist your neck around and let any of that stress, any pains you've got, I'm going to just give them a stretch and let them disappear. We're going to relax our whole body till we feel heavy, until we feel comfortable. We're safe and we're protected, and we know that we're being looked after while we do our meditations on a Friday morning. So I want you to visualize as you're sitting there that beautiful white light as it comes up through your feet, past your ankles, up through your shins into your knees, up through your thighs, into your torso, into your body. Watch as it rises up into your chest area, goes down your arms into your hands. You may feel tingly as this white light goes through your body. Feel that white light going into your head, giving you protection, giving you safety, making you relax and feel calm. Feel that peace and love as that white light goes deep into your heart area. Notice how loved you feel, how important you feel. You're a big part of this world and have a large part to play in it. But this is time that you take a bit of time for yourself, a little bit of me time. So instead of giving, you're going to receive. Take a few more deep breaths as you relax. You feel your body feeling heavy but calm. And today we're going to find ourselves on a wonderful mountain range. The sun is shining and the air feels quite crisp and refreshing. And all around you are the most beautiful mountains. And as the sun's shining down on them, whether they're in the sun or in the shade, they appear to be different colours. Some are reds and oranges, where others appear to be blues and purples. They're so amazing to look at. Have a look around at those mountains. How do they make you feel? Isn't nature wonderful? They're all different sizes. And you may even see some snow peaks on some of them. How long have they been standing there? Imagine the people that have walked on these mountains before you. So many different types of people from all ages that have come here and looked at the same view you're looking at. All those beautiful colours. Just take them in and enjoy that feeling of freedom. Yes, you're on your own, but you're not afraid. You know you're safe. And as you walk along the mountain, you can see a shepherd with his goats walking along the rocks. He's quite a way away, but you can hear the tiny bells that are round the goats' necks just ringing in the air. They're just tinkling as the goats walk along, so the shepherd knows where they are, so that they keep together and they don't run off. They make a wonderful tune. The ground is a bit rocky, but you're quite safe. And just listen to the bells and watch the shepherd as he walks along with his goats. What an amazing feeling they must have between themselves. The shepherd keeping the goats safe. The goats knowing that if they follow the shepherd, they will be fed, they will be looked after, they will be given water. Enjoy watching them in the distance walking along. And they get further and further away, and the bells begin to get more distant. Just carry on walking along on the rocky mountain. You're quite safe. And you can see tiny flowers growing between the rocks. They're so pretty. All different colours. Just tiny, tiny flowers that are just appearing in between the rocks. Nature is so wonderful that even in this quite remote place, that the flowers are still able to grow. The life of the flowers continue as they just peep between each rock. What sort of flowers are they? I wonder if they're flowers you've seen before. I'm sure they're the most beautiful colours. Just carry on walking until you find quite a large rock. And I want you to just go and sit on that rock. Just sit and have a relax. Look around at what you see. And as you look around, when you look into the sky, you can see large eagles flying high above you. They won't hurt you, but just look how graceful they are. They're gliding on the thermal breezes above you, so majestic as they soar overhead. And as you sit on that rock, just take in a few deep breaths. Feel the slight chill as that refreshing mountain air goes into your lungs. Feel that wonderful, refreshing air going deep into your lungs, cleansing your airways, making you feel so refreshed, making you be able to breathe much more clearly. Just sit and enjoy breathing in that cleansing air. Feel the cold as that air goes in with your breath, cleansing every part of your lungs. If you have problems with your lungs, it's healing your lungs. Enjoy that feeling. Physically feel that air going in, refreshing you and cleansing you. And as that air's going into your body, it seems to be cleansing your whole body, getting rid of any negativity, making you feel refreshed, making you feel invigorated. Just sit there and enjoy that for a moment. Now I want you to just get up and carry on walking, enjoying your view, looking around you at what you can see. And ahead of you, you notice that one of the large eagles has landed on a rock in front of you. Don't be afraid. Go over to the eagle, and when you get to him, just gently stroke his head. He won't hurt you. Feel how soft his feathers feel. You're amazed at how calm he is. It's as though this wonderful, majestic creature is enjoying the feeling of closeness, the feeling of your touch as you get near him. And you stroke his head, feeling his wonderful soft feathers under your hand. Just put your hand on his head. Feel the strength and the power he has in his body. Let your body absorb that power through your hand. Feel the strength and the power of the eagle going into your body, making you feel stronger, making you feel more determined. He's sharing his power and his strength with you, giving you that feeling that anything you want is achievable. Feel that strength go into your body. It doesn't matter what comes up in your life, you will be able to cope. You'll be able to tackle it. It won't overcome you because you have the strength from this eagle. Now I want you to just look down at his leg. And on one leg he has a leather strap. And attached to that strap is a piece of folded paper. I want you to gently take the paper from his leg and open it up. And on the paper is a word that is being given to you today from the spirit world. What does that word say? What's the word that's been given to you today? I want you to remember this word. As you read it, it might have significance. You might not understand why you've been given it. Just remember it because it's important. Each of you will be given a different word because you're all individuals. Take your word and remember it. And as you're remembering your word, the eagle begins to gently flap his wings, begins to take off, flying back up into the sky. Watch as he carries on, high into the sky, joining the other eagles soaring around. Know that you can call this eagle for power and strength any time you want. You only have to think of him and he will be by your side. Now I want you to carry on walking towards one of the mountains. One of the mountains just seems to be drawing you in. And as you get closer, you can see a large cave entrance. I want you to walk into the cave. It's quite dark, but light enough for you to see where you're going. Don't be afraid. You're totally safe, totally protected. When you go, the safer you feel. This is a very, very magical place. A place where you feel protected. A place where you feel calm, where you feel relaxed. A place where you feel secure and loved. And as you go deeper into the cave, you can see that the walls are glistening. And they're glistening with crystals. The most beautiful colours, all the colours you can imagine in the world. And every part of the wall, it's as though the crystals are embedded into the walls of the cave. Keep walking until you come to a little bit of railway track. It's only a very small track. And as you walk along next to the track, you come to some carts that have wheels on them. This looks like some sort of mine. And I want you to just get into one of the carts. You're quite safe. And I want you to wait until the cart gently starts to move. And it starts to move slowly further into the mine, further into the cave. What can you see? The walls are shining and there's every type of crystal you can imagine just laying on the floor. Crystal quartz, aventurine, turquoise, rose quartz, amethyst, rubies, diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, all shining and glinting on the floor. It's absolutely beautiful. It seems a very secret place, somewhere that maybe people don't come to often, or a place that's not been used for such a long time. The cart gently moves along, rickety along the tracks. And as you look around, the cart comes to a stop. Just get out of the cart. And you see a tiny little pickaxe on the floor. Go and pick it up. And I want you to go over to one of the walls and use the pickaxe to chip a stone out of the wall. It's okay, you've been given permission to do this. And as you chip against the wall of the cave, the stone gently comes out. What sort of stone have you got? What sort of stone have you been given? Have a look at it. Is it a certain shape? This all means something. What colour is it? Maybe a crystal you recognise. Maybe a diamond or an emerald. A stone you would know. Look at the shape and just gently feel it. Look into the crystal. Can you see anything? Is there anything shining inside the crystal? You may see a face. You may see a symbol. This crystal just gives you that feeling of love. A special feeling. It's got a meaning. There's a reason why you chipped this certain crystal from the wall today. How does it make you feel? Does it make sense to you that you've been given this crystal? Put it in your pocket. And after the meditation, maybe you can look up the meaning of this stone and find out if you don't know why you've been given it. I want you to just walk among the beautiful crystals on the floor. Even though you're walking on them, you're not going to damage them. They look like lots of tumblestones where over time they've moved against each other, making them round and smooth. And I want you to pick up the stone or crystal that you've been drawn to and have a look at this stone. On the stone is a pattern, just like a rune. I want you to look and remember this pattern that's on this stone. It's going to be important. Again, when you get back from our meditation, maybe you can look up what this shape means on the stone. Maybe look up some runes and find out if this shape has some significance. What's written on there has significance. Hold the stone in your hand. Feel the power that is given in this stone. Now, as you're standing, once again, put this rune stone, this other stone, into your pocket. The stone with a shape on it, and with a crystal that you were given earlier. And I want you to pick up. Think of somebody around you that needs help. Somebody that you want to send out wishes to, healing to, prayers or thoughts to. Just think of them. Look at all the stones that are on the floor, all the crystals. And I want you to pick out a special stone or crystal for that person. Which one are you drawn to? Which one is the stone that is going to be significant to help this person? Pick it up. Now, have a look at it. Do you recognize this crystal or stone? It doesn't matter. But you know that that is for your friend, your loved one, somebody you know that needs help at the moment. And now I want you to again look down at the floor and pick up another stone that you're drawn to. This is going to be a stone that you can use for a wish, for help, for something you might need for you at this time. We must never forget ourselves, or we must never feel guilty for asking for help for ourselves. Because if we aren't in a good place, then we can't help others. Pick up a stone or a crystal and see what you have. You may recognise it. It may be a crystal that you've got at home. Maybe something you've never seen before. It doesn't matter. But this is a stone you're going to use for your wish. Now to the corner you can see a recess in the wall of the cave. This looks like a little altar or a place of importance. And I want you to walk over. Take the stone you picked for someone else. And as you hold that stone in your hand, feel the heat of that stone, the power and the energy that that stone has. And I want you to put that stone in the recess. There are lots of other crystals that have been laid here. And ask for what help, what prayers, what wishes you want for this person as you put the stone on the little altar in the recess. Now I want you to take your crystal, the crystal you chose for yourself. Once again, notice how warm that crystal is becoming in your hand, how powerful it feels. The energy that's in that crystal is amazing. Once again, put the crystal in the recess with the others and just ask for something that you need help with at this time, something you may be wanting healing for, a prayer that you might want to send out, but it has to be for you. This is time for you to ask for something of yourself. Now know that you've been blessed and your wishes and hopes have been heard, and help will be given wherever possible. You now forget that worry, forget having to be concerned about the person that you sent prayers and healing for. Your spirit are now taking it into their hands and giving as much help in whatever way they can for them. Just walk back and step back into the cart. How do you feel now? Do you feel different? I hope you feel more energized, more relaxed. That your mind feels more peaceful. That you feel stronger. And the cart starts to move slowly back down the track. As it's all rickety, but you're safe. As it just gently travels back along the track, through the beautiful cave, all the magical crystals on the walls, back to the entrance of the cave. This is a very special magical place, and you can return whenever you want. And as you leave the cave, you start to walk back out the cave entrance, back along the rocks. And as you walk back along the rocks, you see attached to a rock a kite. Go over to the kite. What colour is it? It must have the most beautiful bows and strings underneath it. Does it feel as though it gives you upliftment? Who's left this kite here for you? Walk over to the kite. And on the rock it's attached to is a pen. I want you to take the pen and write on the kite any feeling or anything negative you want to release from your life at this moment. Take your time. Just write down anything that is holding you back, anything that's stopping you from moving forward. Just write it onto the kite. Anything that's holding you down, stopping you from doing what you want to do. Just write it on the kite. And I want you to hold onto the string of the kite. And as you do, The kite starts to blow in the wind. You have to hold on to it tight because it's blowing in the wind quite strongly. And suddenly a gust of wind pulls the kite from your hand and sends it soaring into the air. Watch as it gets higher and higher and further away. And as it gets further and further away and becomes getting smaller, realize that whatever was holding you back is being released. Whatever was stopping you moving on with your life, moving forward, maybe stopping you having the confidence you need in yourself to be able to achieve the things that you want. It's beginning to release. You can feel it releasing. You feel lighter. You feel that pressure going. You have that feeling that you can achieve anything. Let that feeling of negativity go with a kite and watch as that kite gets further and further away, taking that problem, taking that thing that's holding you back and stopping you from moving forward with it. Keep watching as the kite gets smaller and smaller. Know that whatever was holding you back has been released as the kite gets further and further away until it's just a tiny dot in the sky, until it disappears. How are you feeling now? Do you feel cleansed? Do you feel lighter? Are you ready to achieve your dreams? Nothing can stop you. You are free to move forward in whichever way you want. The world is your oyster. Notice how you feel. You feel content. You feel happy. You feel uplifted. Just stand for a moment and enjoy that feeling. Knowing that now it's up to you. You can move forward. You can achieve whatever you want. Your hopes, your dreams. Of course, you have to put some work in yourself. But you can do it. You can get there. That feeling is absolutely wonderful. You feel so happy. You feel like skipping. You feel so light. So that you really got to push your feet onto the ground and stamp on the rocks to make you feel grounded. There you feel so free and released from any negativity. And now it's time to walk back over the rocks to where we started our journey. I want you to stamp your feet on the rocks to make yourself feel grounded. Feel the ground beneath your feet. You're ending this meditation feeling content, feeling complete and uplifted. And I want you to feel your bottom on the chair in your home. Give your bottom a bit of a wiggle. Feel your arms and your legs, just gently move them. And come back into the reality of your home. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Just take your time, don't rush it. It's quite a deep meditation today. Just take your time, just gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Move your bottom in your seat, making sure that you feel grounded and back at home. When you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. Now, as we did the meditation, I was actually given a stone, a crystal. Mine was, this was yesterday. After I sat and wrote it down, I thought, I wonder what crystal I would be given. And I heard somebody say to me, blue lace agate. Well, I've got quite a bit bit of blue lace agate, but I'm always not quite sure what the crystals are meant for. So I did Google it and I looked it up. And believe it or not, it says it's absolutely amazing to hold when you do a meditation. It also said it's very good for communication, speaking and talking to people, which is obviously what I do a lot of. And it also said it was very good for anger and for negativity. Now, I must admit, I do get my views on the COVID situation are slightly different to a lot of people, but I'm not going to go into that. But I do feel a lot of anger about things. So it wasn't by chance that I was given that piece of blue lace agate, which was fantastic. Today, when I went along the meditation with you, I was given a rune. Now I have runes of my own, not something I use very often, and I was given a shape and a marking on my rune. So again, I'm going to have a look once we finish this meditation, just to see if it is actually a marking on a rune and to see what it means. So that was quite nice for me today as well. So I hope you remembered the crystals you were given. I hope you remembered the crystal you chipped from the wall and the ones you picked up from the floor. And also the word that you were given on your piece of paper. It's all important. And like I say before, if you write these down, they might make sense. If you don't understand it now, it might make sense in a week, a month. Who knows? Nothing's given to you by chance. So if you can close yourselves down, those of you that don't know how to, I'm going to do just a little closing down with you. So if you just want to shut your eyes again, and I want you to visualize beautiful purple light in the middle of your forehead where your third eye is, just here. I want you to turn that light off. Go down to your throat chakra where you'll see a beautiful blue light and turn that light off. Down to your heart area, your green heart chakra where there's a wonderful green light. Turn that light bulb off. Go down to your solar plexus, your tummy area where you get your gut feelings, and you'll find a yellow light bulb and turn that light bulb off. Go down to your orange sacral chakra just below your tummy button and turn that orange light off. And finally down to your red base chakra at the bottom of your spine, turn that red light off. I just want us to go back and double check that the purple light in the middle of our forehead is off. The blue light in our throat area has been turned off. The green light in our heart area has been turned off. The yellow light of our solar plexus in our tummy where we get our gut feelings has been turned off. The orange light bulb below our tummy button in our sacral area has been turned off. And finally, that red light has been turned off. The base of your spine. I want you to visualize the roots of a tree going deep down from your arms and your legs, deep down into the earth. Put a cloak of protection over your head, around your shoulders and under your feet. And finally, put that beautiful white protective light around you, knowing you're grounded and you're ready to carry on with your day, stronger and ready to move forward. And I've just noticed Mary said she got taken out of the meditation just as they stepped back into the cart. The courier driver usually comes at 1, but he must have wondered what was up as she had tears in her eyes but not crying. Oh, bless you, Mary. Don't forget, Mary, you know yourself. Mary's a wonderful medium, but don't forget, you can just go back and do it again, or even join it from where you left off. It won't matter. You know, you've got the ability, and we know that you can just go back to where you got disturbed and carry on with a meditation and finish off. I hope you've enjoyed your meditation. I know we've got our Ashley on Spiritual Psychics TV this evening doing his program. Oh, Mary said she had a pain, but the pain is now gone. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear. Meditation is so fantastic. If you can meditate for 10 minutes a day, just by sitting quietly and just focusing your mind on something nice, something positive, a candle or anything, it really, really does uplift you. It is fantastic. And it does change how you feel and think about things. So it was lovely that you joined me again today. If you feel like sharing this with any of your friends that you think might enjoy it, please do. You can always go back and watch any of the meditations I've done before on my YouTube channel, or share any of those with anybody. The more people we could touch and uplift, the better. And hopefully I'll see you next week and you can join me on Spiritual Psychics TV for a slightly different meditation next week. But let's see. There's meaning behind it. But it'll be quite fun, I think. So with that, I'll say God bless you all. Love you lots. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.